Hello, everyone. It's Scott, and welcome back. Whoops, guess what I forgot to do? Hello, everyone. It's Scott, and welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Type Mode. So I'm over at the Botany area, and I've upgraded things a little with another mana spreader to pump mana into the runic altar faster. So we're still feeding this with black lotuses, and you can see that it's pretty full at this point. So what I've been working on is since we at the end of last episode, I was able to get the mining laser up and running. We had a bit of a power problem, but it seems to be resolved, and we're just kicking out a whole ton of ores. And as a result, I've been going through and just combining everything over here in the altar to make additional seeds. So let's make an osmium. So chuck 4 of those in. Let's grab one of the seeds. Um, then osmium should take a 4 imperio, so I can grab those off the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with 4 of these, I'm sorry, with 3 of the mana spreaders, this actually grinds up incredibly fast. So you can see it's almost done already. So let me grab a little bit of living rock. See, it's ready with the check mark. Throw that in and done. So another seed complete. So let's put down a little bit more stone to kind of regenerate the living stone because I've been tapping it down quite a bit. And so another one that I wanted to make was electrum. So let's make 4 of the electrum blocks and dial up electrum seeds. So again, 4 imperio as well as another of the manicchio seeds. So bada bing. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Okay, so as that's going, let's grab the last of the living wood here, throw you on, and it's ready to go already. Okay, so that is done. So let's take a look at what I've been doing up in the seed area. So heading up to this level, I've kind of expanded the sprinkler system a bit and made a ton more seeds. So I have osmium and I have ardite and cobalt, which can be made into manulin, signalum, lots of redstone, of course the dark steel, regular steel, enderium. Um, I made the Technicolor, which is a very generic dyeing DYE material. And then of course all the old stuff here with water and so on. So I added a little filter here to the back. So um, Signalum and Better Servos have a ignore the MBT. So I can just throw in one seed here and it'll pull out all the junk ones of that exact same type. So MBT looks like the growth information is stored in the MBT section of the item. So let's throw down these guys. So add electrum and let's add osmium. And so this is my to-do pile. So nature, emerald, diamond, glowstone, gold, of course, mana steel. I just haven't gotten red or iron. I haven't gotten around to a lot of these yet. So um, Insane Draxon made another watering can, so we seem to be okay in that regard. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We seem to be that okay to basically plow through seeds here. So also working on cow for the leather. So you can see that as I go through and use this can, it's already practically done. So this is a huge time saver, but you end up having to give up a little bit of your life. And so even better that I'm playing multiplayer and don't have to give up my life. But sort of my penance for that is having to sit here and grind through the seeds. So he took the hit, so I don't have to. So let's drop in the seeds and then head down and check out other improvements here around the base. Um, Unfortunately, it is night, but so in between episodes, you know what? I don't even know if I even demoed this. So I spent a good maybe 2 days ago chunk of time building up the mining lasers. So what I ended up doing was placing a MFR mining laser here all the way down at the bottom of the base. So these guys use more RF power the higher up the Y level. So I want to minimize that drain by placing it down here. Now I have added a couple of focus values to kind of increase the percentage of those types of items. The pre-charger, of course, is a tricky thing. So what you have to do, we bring up the laser here, or LASER. So the pre-chargers are going to require this pink slime crystal, which requires pink slime blocks, which require pink slime balls, which require actually getting pink slime. So what I ended up doing was building a slaughterhouse and putting it over here right up against the mob farm. So that produces two things, meat and pink slime. So 36 buckets worth here. So one bucket of pink slime has the potential to turn into one tiny slime. So I ended up putting it inside here as a liquid and just waiting it out for it to turn into a slime. And then I used another slime embiggening syringe to increase the size of the um, slime. So here we can see I have a 16 health, which is the highest tier that you can get with the embiggening syringe. And so from there, I was able to get lots and lots of slimes and burned it down and made myself a laser. So that is working out really good in getting us ores. So I think at this point, we're not really lacking for anything. I could use a Certus quartz actually. Certus quartz ore. So that's going to require a cyan laser focus. Okay, got it. So let's head over here and pull out a little bit of the Technicolor. Let's go back to a cyan dye. So from there, okay, that'll be easy. So let's grab 6 of these, and then we'll need to grab a little bit of clay, and bada bing, cyan dye. So with that, we need to dye a let's dye at least a couple of the um, glass panes. So put that in, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll take the glass panes and put them into this, which is a way to make the focus. So emeralds around the corners, nuggets in on the 4 edges. So let's make a little bit of cyan and then head back down and exchange those. So let's go down, 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 down. Oops. Ow. Ow. Yeah, that was a little sloppy of me. So, am I going to make it in time? Oh, okay. There we go. Ah. All right, well, let's get some food and heal myself up again. So, I have this ender pouch linked to an ender chest. Let me get some food here while I'm chit-chatting. See if we can get that running okay. Yep. Okay. So that's kind of where we are with the base. So Insane Draxon was spending some time upgrading. Unfortunately, I in setting up the mining laser, I think I bankrupted our base. So let's take a look. So what had happened was I didn't have a lot of pumpkins. So the pumpkins are getting queued up in this ender chest. So now it's a little different now, but so last time, if you recall, I had the orange chest feeding pumpkins down and then feeding it into the biogenerators, which produce the RF power to feed the mining laser. So somewhere overnight, I ran out of RF power. So without RF power, the draw was greater than what the crusher needed to grind down the pumpkins. So as a result, there wasn't any RF to create the fuel for making more RF. So Insane Draxon decided that he was going to um, make. Oh, okay. So let's see if we can improve this a little. So where's the clipper? Here we go. One and there with the pumpkin. We'll put that there. Good. So what ended up happening was that the so he's making a little patch here to be a dedicated harvester. So the harvester defaults to a 3x3x3. So as soon as anything grows here, yep, that's crazy. So as soon as anything grows here, it's going to get absorbed into this chest. So it becomes harvested, thrown in here, which is relayed up to a crusher. The crushers then crush the pumpkins into fuel, and that's what feeds this. So um, unfortunately, we need these three biogenerators to produce enough fuel for two crushers. And then the crushers have, I think, upgrades on them. Yeah, they have energy upgrades already. And so that's improving their efficiency, but not really enough. So we want this to produce so much. Um, yeah, we want this to produce so much excess biofuel that it'll then route itself over here to this network, which will basically generate all the power that we need for the base. So right now, only this guy is getting the biofuel. So I think Insane Draxon's going to refactor that in the morning. Let's see if I can help this go a little bit with the reinforced watering can. So this seems to be working out pretty well. So checking here. Yeah, why don't I just fill up the ender chest worth of pumpkins, um, and then try to figure out what my next plan is going to be. I was thinking of maybe powering through to the incinerator. I mean, sorry, not the incinerator, the inscriber for the ME system. So that might be a good thing to do on camera at this point. Though I don't want to get too far without making a Certus Quartz seed, because I know that that's going to be a big bottleneck. Okay, that's enough for now. And here, so Certus Quartz, yeah, I'm up to 2 out of 2, so I need 4 to move forward. We got salt, we got steel. Well, I have the seeds for steel. Plenty of osmium already. Aluminum I don't care about. Platinum might be good, but unfortunately, yeah, that's where we are with that. So I don't think there's any yellowite or. Oh, there is. Okay, so yellow laser focus will get that, but 0.2%. That's pretty rare. Um, but I'll just let this sit until I get what I need, I guess. Um, Let's see. Lead, I could make some more seeds. What else could I do? Well, that's pretty good for now, I guess. Um, so let's take a look at the inscriber. So the regular inscriber is going to require 2 sticky pistons, some skystone, which is fairly simple, I think, a fluix, which yeah, charged nether quartz. So that means I'm going to need at least either a charger or hopefully I got some sitting in here. Charged? No. Okay, so we don't have any charged um, nether or Certus. So let me just check something. Certus 410, as well as a bunch of blocks. So that should definitely keep me going. So that means charger. Okay. So back to this guy. It's gonna need charged. Oh, hello. So with redstone essence, I can just okay. That's probably how I'm gonna go forward with this. Um, okay, so I'm gonna need to gather up a lot of material. So let's head over here where I prepped with a little bit of molten aluminum. Yeah, molten aluminum. So what's going on over here? Copper and aluminum. That was supposed to make aluminum brass. Aluminum brass. Yeah, aluminum and molten copper. Supposed to make. Where did that go? I think all it ended up doing was. Oh, okay. Maybe because this is. Here, let's reverse that so that gets pulled back in. So 2 ingots of copper. Here we go. Okay, molten aluminum brass. Not sure where the other pieces went. So let's throw this aluminum back in. Maybe somehow it got sucked out um, before it was ready. So let's take this and make ourselves a scythe. So in the tool forge, we're going to need a blade, a strong rod, and a strong, yeah, one of these. So tough binding and tool rod. So let's put that in here and here. Okay, so let's make a couple of items for molds. So flint tool rod as well as oh, okay, I remember this now. So it's going to need a lot of cobble. So tough stone base. So let's put that in here. Right click and how are we on? Okay, 12 molten aluminum. So let's do one of this so it turns into the pattern. Okay, so that's a tough binding pattern. And then let's also put in this flint tool rod. See if it makes it we have enough here. Yep, okay, let's see. Yep, there we go. One tool rod pattern. But I think I actually need to make this guy the tough rod. Is that this? Yeah, tough rod pattern. So let's do one of those. Probably just made the wrong thing. Oh well. Let's make a stone tough rod. Right click. Right click. Done. Tool rod and tough rod. Okay. And then the last thing we should make is this scythe head. So we'll do that. Throw that in over here. And here's one stone scythe head. So we'll melt that down also. And I think at this point, I'm going to make everything out of iron again, since we have a lot of iron. Okay, so while that is ticking, let's head up and get our redstone. Yes, this field of redstone right here will be more than enough. And done. Okay, so let's grab at least a bit of Certus. So maybe 10 will do. How are you doing over here on our Certus? So we're still up to 2 there. Okay, is what it is. So let's grab 10 of that. And I'm running out of space. Not a problem. Though I forgot what I'm actually going to do. Okay, so redstone around the edge. I'm going to have to re-request that Certus. So, here it is. Okay. Did it not actually take? Oh, I'm pulling the wrong thing. That's my problem. Okie dokes. So let's put this in here and grab ourselves 16 charged. Okay, and go back to the Fluix recipe. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford this till I have the Certus quartz. So let's go back to the seed. So Fluix dust, but we're going to need to make this, which is redstone and the charged and a nether. So let's do 16 of each. Excellent. Okay. Let's head up here. And charged and redstone and nether. And that should all zap itself together. Great. And become our 32 Flux. I should still have a pulverizer around here somewhere. That sort of works. Everything's been moved every which way, so let's take care of that. And then we'll mix it with... Do I need to mix it with sand? Actually, inscriber at this point. Atomic alloy. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So obsidian dust, diamond dust. Oh boy. How many of those do I need? 2. Yeah. My inventory is just a hot mess. Okay. Let's clean up a bit. So you. I'll hold on to that. I don't really need most of this. Okay, so that should cover me. Cobble. Alright, so that should be everything I need for pistons at the present. And all those are just hanging on, so bink, bink, bink. Let's take care of that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So 3 pistons, so we'll need 3 slimes, and hook all that together to make a sticky piston. So then we'll need somewhere skystone. So let's work on the obsidian and the diamonds and all that nonsense. Um, let's see. Yep, and tiny bit of skystone. So let's just request all of that back out. So iron, redstone. We'll throw that in over here. It'll be nice when all this is automated. So that'll make the enriched alloy. Then I'll take the enriched alloy and add diamonds. That has to be diamond dust. So that means these diamonds that fell down here have to go in the pulverizer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So let's grab this stuff here with 1, 2, 3, 4. Move over to this machine. Okay, and that should cover that. Yeah, that should make a reinforced alloy. Then I just need to add some pulverized obsidian to those, which should be in the chest over here. Yep, I have a little bit, tiny little bit left. It's just a little pokey, unfortunately. Right, so back to the request here. Skystone dust. Actually, skystone. Yep, take 4 of those and then throw it in a smeltery, and that should make the skystone block. So I should be able to do that in here. Okay, and we'll throw it in a redstone something or other. I think it'll work here. Yeah, that should burn down. So back over here. So we have 4 reinforced blah blah blahs, and we'll throw the pulverized obsidian over here. Okay, back to the formula inscriber to make the atomic alloy. Need to take a reinforced plus a refined. Oh, I'm sorry, refined obsidian dust. Okay, so that's Not going to work. Okay, so we need a little bit more diamond. There we go. Oh, there already was diamond in here. Okay. Well, let me just throw it in to kind of replace what I'm taking. And why am I even carrying this brown dye? I don't know. Industrial fertilizer. It's kind of useless to me. Okay, so once these are done, then that goes in the upper left here to make the formulas. Okay, that's working great. Of course, everything is in RF draw at the same time. So, got the stickies, got this dust. This dust can go in here. How are we doing at the... Okay, Skystone is done. Okay, so let's throw it in here. Then the sticky pistons. We'll need put one of these in here. And we'll need a steel casing, which is compressed iron and osmium. I don't recall that being any concern. Okay, all the ingots got moved over here. Is that compressed iron? No. Okay. I'm not gonna. Okay, there it is. So we're gonna need a osmium. Do we even have osmium? Okay. So we'll request one of those osmium ingots over here because I don't want to sort through the whole setup. So let's do that here. And that means we need to surround this with compressed iron. Done. Steel casing. Okay, atomic alloys. Atomic alloys. Great. So let's head back over here. Drop in U and U. And that should be everything I need for the inscriber. Awesome. So let's go and find a place to put it. What is this? This is the new wiring out to the... Hey, why don't I take a look at that? Right, so that's feeding in over here to an array of biogenerators, which are taking the fuel from the fuel system. And once that's fully operational, I think the deal was... Let's get our wrench. Okay, so I think Insane Draxon was going to feed the power over here to kind of replace some of the power draws. And then that'll allow us to basically just dump items in, grab them out as they're completed. And so the next goal is that capacitor. So I'm not going to worry about that this episode, but let's take a look over here. Okay, well, not really bothering me. So let's take a look at the next step, which is these inscribers. So we'll need a Certiscourse block as well as some other stuff. Request one of those blocks. We'll need another diamond block, a gold block, and silicon. So diamond, gold, and silicon. Excellent. The other thing is I'm going to need a lot of iron. Finally, the gold rolls in. And I think, yeah, I just have to wait for that to bounce back and forth in the logistics pipe system. I could clean it up, but I don't think it's worth it at this point to mess with that. Okay, finally the Certus blocks come out. So let's grab, what are we grabbing? Nothing. Okay, so right here with the inscriber. Yep, this is plenty fast. What I needed to do. Yep, so inscriber and the logic and the calc. Let's make one of the silicon molds. Excellent. The last one is let's do a diamond. Alright, so with that, I'm going to call this an episode. Getting a little sleepy here, and we're about to do daylight savings time transition, so I'm not sure what's going to happen to my connection. So as a precaution, I'm going to just kind of log out and catch you all you guys in the next episode. So I'm going to work on upping the seeds. That's just going to be a very boring grind to move everything up to 10, 10, 10. And then, yeah, and then I should be ready to go with some basic ME inscriber formulations. So if you could please leave a comment or a like and let me know how I'm doing. I will see you next time in Project Ozone 2 Titan Mode. Bye.